Hi everyone, Martin here from martinsmayhem.blogspot.com. I hope you're well. So today's card is super fun. It's using the Verdant Garden stamp set, which you've seen me use before. And it's one of them stamp sets that I looked at and I was like, how am I going to use it? And I've used it in the last project and it's kind of similar here. However, I want you to get as much inspiration from this stamp set as possible, even though sometimes it's a little bit hard. I think these two stamps with this one are going to be used a lot. However, I don't just want to use these, I want to use all the other little bits as well. So, shall we get on? This is today's card, and it's super simple, but it's cute. And it's using soft sea foam, which I don't use often enough, but it works perfectly with this as well as the bundle, because you get DSP within the bundle. That soft sea foam is one of the main colours, and it really does make you use possibly colours that you won't necessarily use every day, because I know soft sea foam isn't one of mine or one of my go-to colours, but hey ho, I'm using it. Using up that soft sea foam cardstock. So as I said, I'm starting with a soft sea foam base, and that is just a standard C6 size, and I'm just going to crisp my fold like so. Then what I'm going to do is I've already pre-cut out a stitch circle shape, and that's the largest one available, and I'm going to draw around that. So you've seen me do this before, and I've lost my pencil. No, I haven't, it's right there. So you've seen me do this before, where I draw around the shape so I know where I need the images to go. So just gonna quickly and softly draw around. So that's where my circle's going to sit. That gives me a good basis to bring in that shrub kind of vein, no it's not vein, what's it called, vine kind of design, which is super cute in itself. And I think this stamp set is a very good accent stamp set. It's not one that you would necessarily pick up and say, oh, I've got so many ideas just with this one stamp set. This would work well with so many other stamp sets. So I think this is a complementary stamp set to everything else. You might disagree, but you might also agree. So I'm going to ink up that flurry, the viney kind of shape, and I'm going to stamp that down like so. And all I'm going to do is work my way around this circle. All I'll be concentrating on is the outer circle and not the inner circle, and that's because you're not going to see the outer circle, so why stress too much about it? So as you can see, it's overlapped, and that's fine. That doesn't bother me because you're not going to see it. And then here. That could just be too close to the edge for my liking, but it's done now. But it's up to you, you can just work your way around. And as long as you're happy with how it turns out, that's all what matters. And I'm rotating the stamp as well, because I don't want it to look like I've purposely gone that way with the stamp all the way around. And I've kind of shot myself in the foot. How am I going to fill that little space? Just pop that there. Yeah, So it looks a mess at the moment, but just bear with. We'll get through this together. So that looks a mess. I'm not gonna lie, that does look a mess, but hey ho. So we're gonna use the light granny apple green blend, and we're just gonna colour in each of the leaves. So there is as well these little pointy things, which I think is flower buds. Not 100% sure, but I think they are. So I've just left them white, and I'm just going to do the leaves on the outside of that circle. But if I bring the circle in, might make it a little bit easier for you to see what we're going to end up with at the end. So it's super cute. It's just there as a detail in the background. You don't see all that mess. Okay. This is the longest part of this card, and the more leaves you have on show, the longer it's going to take to colour. But I think it's super cute and it's worth it. Can you hear my neighbour shouting for her dog? She's just left the dog outside. Strange people. If you're watching, my neighbour, you know. Hi. Nope, she's back out. Pro and cons of having your craft desk right next to a window, so you can see and hear everything. And this card has turned into Neighbourhood Watch. Sorry, but you know. While you're colouring, have a look around, see what's going on. Is it sunny where you are? But you can see how just adding this little bit of colour through the blend are making these leaves pop. I'm going to colour this one in just in case. Like that one. I just love Stampin' Up blends. I think they just work so well for so many different things. Like they work well on coloured card, white card. They just work amazing. Like especially on crumb cake. Like I know I'm not using crumb cake now, but I love using it, especially dark coloured blends on crumb cake. It looks beautiful. So that's that done. I think I've covered everywhere. No, there's one right there. How did I miss that? I bet you were all sat there just like, no, you've missed one. Silly boy. And I've kind of just gone out of lines here, so I'm going to use my colour lifter just to take that away. Okay, so now we're going to stamp up our centrepiece, and I'm using Granny Apple Green ink pad. For the sentiment. And then bringing in my Memento ink pad again. I'm just going to stamp 2 of these little flower buds. Like so, and then just one here. Now with these, I didn't want them a solid colour. I wanted a really nice blend. So I'm using the tip of our blend and I'm loading that, look at my inky fingers, with the Granny Apple Green, and then I'm just going to work from the base out. I want it a little bit smoother, so add a little bit more. So working from the base out, and that goes from the dark to the light perfectly. And again, like so, and finishing off with this one like that, and then you can go back in with your Granny Apple Green and just finishes off like so. Quickly just colour in the leaves, and that is that done. So you're going to pop this up onto dimensionals, and you can finally hide all that mess that we created earlier on. Taking all these off. And that can be popped to where our circle is, making sure it's straight. Like so. And then I'm just going to finish this off with our beautiful iridescent sequins. So I'm going to bring it in my Tombow and just do 3 little dots like so, and then with my take a pick tool I'm going to find the soft seafoam ones and pop them down. And now there's 3 different size sequins, so I'm using 1 of each size. Like so. And there you have today's super simple project. I hope you enjoyed today's card. While you're here, why not pop into the description bar below where a full list of the items used are available, as well as links to my online shop for you to purchase them for yourself. While you're down there, head to my social media channels for you to share and like all the available content over there. I'll see you around. Bye.